Namo Dasa 3 times. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So, Dhammasaṅgaṇī. So last week, right? Last week we finished Phasa Banjamaka Rasi. Today we go to the Jhana group. Okay, Jhana group. Ata Salini Exposita page number 188. Okay. Dhammasaṅgaṇī Bali page number 2, page number 18, paragraph number 7. Paragraph number 7. So I'm going to share what Dhammasaṅgaṇī. Okay, this 188. Oh. I don't know, in other countries, in Myanmar nowadays, very noisy with the, how to say, with the campaign. Since my monastery is located on the side of the main road, constantly we can hear noise. So here, please pay attention that we are going to discuss about the Vidyaga, Vijara, Pidi, Sukha, and Ekagata today. So that is explained in the Athasalini. And also brief description is given in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī page number, Sayadaw edition page number 18, paragraph number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So first I like you to read Dhammasaṅgaṇī Pali. Maybe you can follow me. Kadamotasme samaye videko hoti. Yo dasme samaye deko videko. Singabo abana vyabana. Chitaso abinirobana. Sama singabo. Yan dasme samaye videko. So that is a Pali, the Buddha's words. So on the Buddha's word, the Athasalini explain. So what by what, if it is necessary, whenever necessary. Here, the commentator explained that the exposition of initial application of mind, this is called applying in virtue of applying the mind with the object, applying the mind, teka. Okay. applying the mind with the object. Uh, so here the word blind, I think you know that. Taka. In Bali, uh, Taka, it has the meaning of agadana, means pulling or dragging. Okay, agadana means pulling, dragging. Yeah, that way. So that is the meaning of the Taka. So here, the commentator explain with the worldly example. To what extent is it bind? Vidyaga sublines a pot, a cat, a leak, the help of a leak, have a leak. That is what goes on in application. So this is the primary notion in the word. In the word Vidyaga, in the word Taka. So So I think with this, the commentator I want to explain that the tega is the what in the sense of agadana. Okay, not thinking yet, not thinking yet. Agadana means pulling the mind to doing object. Okay, pulling the mind, dragging the mind doing object. That's a go agadana. Sorry. Dragging the mind to the object. Here, how Vidyaga drag the mind to the object is giving with the example or the uh, how do you say, thinking about the pot, thinking about the cat, okay, like it, thinking about a leak, and so on. This is what goes on. So another thing, with another word, this is the primary notion in the word Vidyaga in the word teka. So that day goes sabhava pada. Okay, last time I explained you what is sabhava, right? Sabhava pada, nature, which explain the nature of a vidaka. So very simple, without adding any value or uh, any emphasis on the word vidaka. Just a simple meaning or natural meaning of the vidaka is called teka. But with the preface Vidyaga, initial application in virtue of applying or supplying is emphatic term for applying. So Vidyaga. So let me see. Atasalini page number. I think better go to Atasalini. Atasalini. So the word Vidyaga, and then what? Uh, the word Vidyaga is explained. The deco, Vidyaga. Okay, Vidyaga is how do you say initial application in the virtue of applying. Wait a moment, please. Okay, let me. Wait. No, okay, I got it. So Vidyago is Vidyagana was in with Vidyago, and also it is under the stronger obligation of a thought. Okay, stronger obligation of a thought. So here, what the translator explains is that Vidyaga initial obligation in virtue of applying or supplying is an emphatic term for applying. Here on the footnote, there you can see Daga, Sanskrit Daga, in the Indian term for logic Daga. So we say we mostly hear Daga Veda, okay, philosophy or logic. This is called Daga, dialectic or reasoning. So so Vidyaga is that the stronger form of Balawadara in Bali. In the commentary it is been that the Balawadara Vidyaga Siddhanama. Siddhanama, this name Vidyaga is what? It is name for the stronger application of the thought. So that is Vidyaga. So with the preface it make it more strong, more powerful, or stronger or more powerful. Then another one is the Singapore Abana Yabana. Singapore, yeah, among the equivalent terms. So it is called equivalent terms. The Singapore. So Vidyaga and Singapore, the what form is different, right? So Bhyajana Nanada was previously we explained that they can be different in three ways. Bhyajana, either by means of Bhyajana or either by means of the Upasaka or either by means of the what? A meaning. Athananada was here the one Nanada, Bhyajana Nanada is here from the Vidyaga to Sangapa. Okay. Sangapa is a what? Intention. Sangapa conveys the sense of a thorough designing. Okay, thorough designing. Thorough designing Sangapana. Sutu Kapana was in Singapana, Singapore. So it means what? Uh, to to create a kind of a design Singapore. So we can simply say according to Bali, well thinking, well thinking, thinking well, that they go Singapore. And by commentator I say Sotu means well, Kapana means thinking. So this is also a kind of a synonym for the Vidaka or Deka. Another word is Abana, Vyabana. Okay. Abana and Vyabana. Abana, you see what? Abedi di Abana. Commentator is playing Abedi di Abana. Here is a physician is the applying the selective mind to the object. So Abana maybe it is translated or interpreted as a physician, or we can simply translate as a causing to reach, okay, to reach somewhere. Abedidi Abana, to reach to the object, okay, or we can simply say face on the object. Face what? Face the mind on the object that they call Abana. So in when we study Abhidhamma Sangha, there you can see Abhidhamma Sangha, there is Abana Jeda, right? Abana Jeda. Abana means something that that is in a higher level, that reach to the higher level, that goes to the higher level, that they call Abana. So comparatively, if we compare Kamavachara to the Rupavachara, or Rupavachara to the Kamavachara. So Kamavachara, since sphere existing is comparatively lower. 5 material sphere is comparatively higher than sensual sphere. So also Rupa and Arupa. Non-material sphere is comparatively higher than the 5 material sphere. So also Logodara, Subramane is higher than the what? Jhana, higher than the Rupa Vachara and Arupa Vachara. So these attainment or these status can be attained through the practice of a jhana. Okay, Vidyaka Vijara, Piti Sukha Ekagata. So what the jhana fed us, that's why here we found it in the starting point of the jhana fed us. There as a name of the Vidyaka, it abana, the word abana is a giving. So So ordinarily, if we keep our mind on the state of sense, sensual consciousness, our mind fail to fix on an object for a long time. So jumping, our mind, the nature of our mind is jumping from one object to another, trying to find here and there the object one after another. So difficult to fix on an object. But that's why you see we can understand that the Dharanga Bahana, right? If we abandon defilements or mental defilements through the Kamachara Chitta, so that can abandon only for a moment, momentary, okay, momentary abandonment, momentary suppression of the defilement is possible because we how to say simply say Vidaka or Jhana fetters are not firmly fixed on the object. But the study in the sense of in the case of what Abana, Rubavajara and Arubavajara, we firmly fixed on the object. Our mind is a family based on the object, or casino object or whatever. So that's what we can maybe for a longer time, we can keep ourselves away from the defilements, mental defilements. So for the the more we are able to keep ourselves away from the defilement, it means the higher we are. Our mental state is higher. Uh, so in this sense, we can go apana is a higher level. Okay. So but for the logodara jeta, logodara jhana also there. First jhana, fifth jhana, is also there. So with the Logodra Jhana Fedas, we can totally abandon mental defilements. So Samojita, so never do rise. So in that sense, so Logodara Abana. Logodara is called Abana because it is in the most or in the highest level. Okay. So that's why they are called Abana. So and in actually the name Abana is for the Vidaka here. In this context, you can see Abana is a synonym for the Vidaka because it belongs to the Chana Vedas. Now, with the Vidaka and also with the cooperation of Vichara, Bidi, Sukha, Ekagata. So even though our mind is a state wandering in the sensual sphere, sensual objects, but it became powerful. Okay, it has a collective power. Maybe Vidaka alone may not be strong enough, but with the help of Jara, Bidi, Sukha, and Ekagata, so it became stronger. Okay, so that the word Abana. Okay, Abana is there giving the name for the Vidaka. Please try to remember. But later on, the Dhamma, the Jitasika, or the Jitas that associate with the Vidyaga, maybe with this special emphasis on the jhanic attainment, they are also called Abana Jita, right? Do the Mahagata Lokottara Jita. So in the commentary, they are continue to say, Dutiya Padam, Upasaka Vasena Vadidam. That's it called. After the word Abana, is followed by the Dhyapana. Okay, Dhyapana we can analyze we Apana, we Apana. Okay, Appa means in Myanmar way it cause it is said that Apana derived from the root Appa. Appa means to think, okay, or to drag. So Abana. So there you can understand that the Vidaka, Vidaka has a two sense. In a simple sense, Vidaka is a what? Agadana. Okay? Agadana means pulling, dragging our mind to an object. That is with the deco, Vidaka, there we can apply. Then with the word Abana, Abedi, okay? Abedi. Abedi, yeah, what the word say is Igagam Jaitan Aramani Abedi di Abana. Okay. So the other word. Focusing is the dam for the physician, intensifying the body preface. That is for the Vyapana. Uh, so just what he done, intensifying the Upasaka was in by a preface. So the word Vyapana is just intensification by the object, by the preface. By preface. Not if it means that there is no different or special meaning by adding the word Vyapana, the word we to apana, whether we preface, then uplift of the mind is the elevating or setting up a consciousness onto an object. So that is for the what? What? For the what? Cheda so abhiniropana. Okay? Cheda so abhiniropana. For the what? For the mind on the object. Set up of a consciousness onto an object. Okay, that they call abhinirobana. Cheta so abhinirobana. Commentator explained that what? Aramani Chaitan abhinirobedi. Padaitha bedidi. Okay. So there you can see the word is Cheta so abhinirobana. Pali word. That what? Commentator explained with the Aramani Chidan, Abhinirobedi, Padaithabedi, with four words is explained. But the main explanation is only two. That is Chidan Abhinirobedi. Okay. Chidaso Abhinirobedi means Chidaso you may mistake with the Chidasika. That's why commentator emphatically explain that Chidaso means Chidam. Okay. Chidam the mind. Abhinirobedi. Okay, Abhinirobana. The word Abhinirobana is explained simply by changing, by transforming from a noun was to the verb. Abhinirobedi. Okay, to become a verb. To a noun, what? But it is explained with the verb. That's a, that's the only difference. Abhinirobedi, it tends to put the mind. Okay, it tends to put the mind. So that's all. So Abhinirobedi, you may not be very clear. So that's why commentator is generous or very kind to put another word. Apadeta Bedi. Whatever Abhinirobana means, Padeta Bana. Okay? Cause to remain on a somewhere. Padeta Bedi. Okay, that there is a causative, is a causative verb. Padeta Bedi. The root ha means to remain. Okay. to remain directing to somewhere. So Padetha Vinirobana is another, but the Padethabana. It means that Vinirobedi Padetha Bedi. So Padetha Bedi is explanation for the word Vinirobana, Vinirobedi. The meaning is what? To cause to remain uh, directing the mind on do a certain direction. So that is the way how if you read a commentary Bali by yourself, so and if you study like this, then later on you will be it will be easy for you to know uh, what 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 the commentator want to tell you. Okay, so so please keep in mind that the commentator Atta Salini is talking about the Dhammasaṅgaṇī. So that's why here in Myanmar version, we have a what? The page number, paragraph numbers are there. Okay, for the Vidaka, paragraph number 7, and also in the Athasalini also. And then the for the Dhammasaṅgaṇī also paragraph number 7, we can match. It's better to read, to open two books and then match two of them. What the commentator is talking about. Okay, and then now we see what the Chetasa Vinirobana. So is where from? It is coming from. It comes from the Dhammasaṅgaṇī. So in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī, the Buddha said the Chetasa Vinirobana. So how he defined, how the commentator explained this word. So you can, in the very beginning, you can count how many words are provided for the explanation. So here you can see Aramani, one word, Chetan, another Aviniro Bedi, Padeta Bedi. Okay. Then you can compare with the Pali, Chetaso Vinirobana. So then try to find what are the main explanation, main definition of the word. When you study that way of a community explanation, one thing we have to keep in mind is that uh, know the similarity. Okay, know the similarity. It means the rule is like that. Know the similarity. Similarity between Sawanetaba and Sawanana. Okay, Sawanetaba is the word mentioned in the Pali, Dhammasaṅgaṇī Pali. Sawanana is provided by the commentary. Okay, so commentary explanation. So between these two words, Sawanetaba and Sawanana, we have to recognize what is the similarity. Okay, know the similarity. That's the one rule. The only when you know the similarity, then you can easily trace what is the main definition, main explanation uh, uh, in this Sawanana. And then another one, another rule is that uh, and then notes. Okay, another one is a note. Please note what? Know what? Know the difference. Okay, know the similarity. Know the difference. That is the rule for understanding Sawanetaba and Sawanana. Understanding the commentary explanation. Okay, know the similarity between Sawanetaba and Sawanana, and then knows. Okay, the difference between Sawanetaba and Sawanana. So here, the word Sawanetaba in this context is the Chedaso Binirobana. So Chedaso is very similar to Chetan, right? Chetan and Chedaso are similar. So in this way you can trace. And then Binirobana is a noun word. Then commentator is playing with the verb, positive verb. Binirobedi. So, so in this way, when you apply know the similarity, this method, then you can easily trace the main definition. Okay, Chetan Vinirobedi is the main interpretation, main explanation for the word Chetaso Vinirobana. And then, what about the Padeta Bedi? Aramani Cheta and Padeta Bedi. Padeta Bedi is very similar to, you see, Avinirobedi, causative verb. So they are similar in terms of the causative verb, being causative verb. So, so it means that the form is it. The form does not. The form is the same, causative verb form, but the words are different. In that case, we can easily note that it is not talking about the form, word form, but it is talking about the meaning of the word. Avinirobana. Okay. What Avinirobana means is a Padaitabana. Padaitabedi. Okay. Cause to establish, cause to remain, cause to face on the object, cause to face only, Padaitabedi. Then we will have we see what the word, two more what, Aramani in Jaitan, right? Aramani is on with the locative case. Jaitan means what the how to say accusative case indeed. Okay, Aramane Jaitam. So then you can see these two Aramane, where we put our mind, where we cause to, where we put our mind on the object. Okay, we can easily recognize it. We put our mind on the object. We place our mind on the object. Okay, we fix our mind on the object. So in this way, we can easily recognize the commentary explanation. This is for your knowledge when you are reading commentary itself. So sometimes you may not have access to the translation. Then, if you have this kind of understanding, then you can analyze and also you can uh, interpret. You can easily understand. Then the next one, another synonym for the Vidaka is Sammasaṅgaṇā. Okay, Sammasaṅgaṇā. Sammasaṅgaṇā is explained here. What Yatha Vadaya, Nayanika Daya Cha, Kusala Bhava, Bado, Pasato, Singapore, Sammasaṅgaṇā. Pasato, Singapore, D, Sammasaṅgaṇā. Very easy. The word Sammasaṅgaṇā, you found it. Okay. Here, uh, then applet of a mind is elevating or setting up a consciousness to an object. So that's okay. And then now Sammasaṅgaṇā, right intention. Maybe we can simply say right thought. Is intention which is praiseworthy, and has won to a moral state because of its veracity and progressiveness. I don't know, you understand the meaning, veracity or progressiveness is okay. So Bali word, I will rather refer to Bali word. Yatha Vadaya, Yatha Vadaya. Later we will go. So please, the same method that just I explain you is what? In trying to understand the commentary, you have just two rules to remember. One thing is what? Know the similarity. Okay. Another thing is what? Uh, knows the difference. Okay. Know the difference. Know the similarity. Know the difference. Here you found the word Singapore is a Bali word. A Bali from the Bali test, Dhammasaṅgaṇī Bali test in the exposition of the Vitaka. So then that is someone need it necessitate the definition. Okay. So in that case, when we read this Atha Salini, you will find what? Yathavadaya, Nayanigadaya, Kusala Bhava, Pado, Pasato, Singapore. There you can find what? Sama Sangapa was explained with the many words, with the maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. So among then we have to trace what is the similarity. So you can easily trace is that Singapore, right? Singapore, the Sama Singapore. So there you found Singapore is there. Then Singapore is understand that the combination of the two words, Sama and Singapore. So Sangapa is explained as a Sangapa, nothing difference. So what about the Sama? Okay. So just before the word Sangapa, there you found the word Pasato. Okay. Pasato means praiseworthy. So Pasato and Singapore are how to say? In English, they call what a juxtaposition or what they put in very close to one another. These two words they put in a very close manner. So juxtaposition or what you can check the meaning. So here Pasato Sangapore Sama Singapore. Okay, uh, because through the finding the word Singapore similarity. And then you can also recognize, oh, Sama is explained by means of a different word. That is Pasato. Because you cannot find in any other place the word Sama here in this context. So Sama is the word that bear the meanings of a word Pasato. Okay? Pasato, Sangabo, Sama Sangabo. Okay, that way we have to. Pasato means praiseworthy. Praiseworthy, Sangapore is a thought. The thought which is praiseworthy, that's called what? Sama Sangapa. So the other things, the other words, as a what? Yathawadaya, Neyanigadaya, Kusala Bhava Pado. Okay, Kusala, it is praiseworthy. Why? Why it is praiseworthy? Because it reaches to become a wholesome. Okay, it reached to become a wholesome, to be skillful. It became a skillful. Pardon. So we praise someone or something, not without any reason. Okay, but with we have some reason for us to praise another. Okay, so to be praiseworthy, he or she or something should possess some quality. So that quality here is that. So if you say, this thought is a very, very profound thought. Divine. Where it goes. Sorry. So Basato Singapore, Sama Singapore, right? So if we say praiseworthy, something which is praiseworthy, then what? We should have some quality. So here, community explained that Kusala Bhava Bado, it reached to the state of skillfulness or wholesome. That's why it is praiseworthy. Why it became wholesome? So also is community continue to explain why it became wholesome. So here, Yatha Vadaya, one reason. Another reason is Niyanika Daya. Okay, Yatha Vadaya, because of its truthfulness. Okay, Yathawadaya, because of its truthfulness. Here explain what the veracity maybe you may check the meaning veracity. So Yathawa Daya here means what? Truthfulness, because of its truthfulness. And also Nayanika Daya, because it leads to the liberation. Okay? Because it leads to the liberation. Nayanika. Okay? Anayanika or Nayanika, you know that the word. Nayanika means it leading to the liberation. So yeah, that's why they say progressiveness. So trying to develop more and more. But the word Nayanika is leading to the liberation. So because for these two reasons, it became a what? Uh, it became a what? Moral state or maybe wholesome states. Kusala Bhava Pada. So that is the way community explained that. Why do we call Samma Sankappa? Samma Sankappa is right thought. Or community explained it is a praiseworthy thought. Why? Because it is a moral state. Why it become a moral state? Because it is a truthfulness and also it leads to the liberation or it leads to the progressiveness. So in this way, we can understand the commentary explanation of what Samma Sankappa. So that is a very important uh, mental concomitants for the attainment of a jhana, as well as for example for doing for keep it, for to keep in order to be able to keep our mind on an object, wholesome object. Okay, here in this context we are talking about the wholesome consciousness. Okay, wholesome consciousness, wholesome object. So on an object, if we put our mind on an object, for example, with the Vidaka, so uh, only in the how to say, jhana level, we need to abandon, okay, Vidaka, because Vidaka become a disturbance. Because when you are going to go up to the higher level of a jhana stage, that's why Vidaka is to be abandoned over there in the jhana level. But in the case of a Mahakusala, Kamajara level, so you need to have it, and also you need to fix our mind. We need to fix our mind on the object. Okay, that is about without fixing our mind, initial fixing our mind on the object, then we will not know the object. We will not pay much attention on the object, and also we will not be able to appreciate. Okay, that's a BD, and also we will not be able to enjoy sukha, and then finally we will not be able to concentrate the mind on the object. So that's why these jhana fetters, Vidaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagadasa, want to say, become ingredient only what? Uh, in the rising of a first Mahakusala Citta. So not only here, if you compare with the Akusala Citta, maybe on the attack Dhammasaṅgaṇī Bali page number 91 or 90, yeah, around the 91. There, when the Buddha talk about the Akusala Citta, uh, so also there you can find the same thing. Instead of Samma Sankappa, there will be Majja Sankappa. Uh, yeah, here 91. There, when the Buddha talk about the uh, Vidyaga in the Agusala session, so the other things remain the same. Dago, Vidago, Sankapo, Apana, Vyapana, Chidaso, Vinirobana. The last one is instead of Sama Sankapo, there become Mecha Sankapo. Mecha Sankapo there will be, right? Because it is a blameworthy thought, right? Here is a Sama Sankapo means praiseworthy thought. Over there in the Akusala, it became a blameworthy thought. Okay. blameworthy thought. Why? Because it reached to the state of immoral. Why? Again, we can say it based on the uh, uh, what? No yathawa. Yathawa means truthfulness, and also it based on the falsehood. It based on the falsehood, and then it does not lead the mind or the being to the liberation. That's why it is called what? Blameworthy thought. Okay, that's the only difference between Vidyaga in this Mahakusala Cheta and then Vidyaga in the Akusala Cheta.
Sayadaw,
So they Madam?
I have a question. Yes.
Yeah.
So, what does it mean by because of the state of truthfulness, Sayadaw? So, the Sama Sankappa, why?
Yatha,
Yes. So, what does it
Yatha.
mean by Yatawa, Sayadaw?
Yathawa means truthfulness.
But
True.
why? But why Sama Sankappa is truthfulness? What in what sense, Sayadaw?
Samma Singapa, Samma, it is talking about this, what is Samma. Okay. It talk about the word Samma. Wait. Samanda do with Samma, whenever the word that we see Samma, okay, in the case of Samma Eightfold Noble Path, in the case of Eightfold Noble Path, okay, uh, because this is not the uh, in this sense we are talking about the Vidaka, but Vidaka has a different level, okay. So just bringing an object and also applying the mind to an object and also fixing the mind on the object. Then finally, this is Samma Sankappa level. Samma Sankappa level, that's the one way. Uh, Whenever the Buddha mentioned the Samma Vaja, Samma Kammanta, Samma Jiva, this Eightfold Noble Path, the commentator trying to use these three meaning, Yathawa, Nayanika, and Kusala, Bhavabhada. Okay, so that's why it is called Samma. We can simply say like that. But why it is called what the Yathawa?
Yes, Sayadaw. So, how
Yeah,
how should we
yeah.
understand that, Sayadaw?
Yathawa means uh, uh, maybe if we say we see things as they truly are, in that case, vipassana, right? In the case of vipassana, we say yatha pajanadi. Okay, yatha pajanadi. So here also, yatha means as it is. Okay, yathawa, as it is, not as it appears. So not as we think. Okay. So mostly, yathawa, yeah, we can interpret in mostly in the ordinary sense. So uh, uh, in the sense of a vipassana, we may say, when we see someone, okay, very pleasant, or maybe boy or girl or whatever, so it is inherent nature, they are asubha, okay, the whole body is made up of impurities, okay, asubha nature. But in our mind, so we don't see the reality. We fail to see the reality, real nature, as it is. But we see as we think. We see something as we think. Oh, it's beautiful. It's nice. It's pretty. It's in this way. We what we think is the way we that like this. As a no yatawa, ayatawa. Okay. So, but when that's a very deep level in the how to say vipassana. Okay, uh, very easy to say. Please see things as asubha, anicca, dukkha, anatta, but very difficult. Okay, we to understand to realize as it is. So, but and also, needless to say is that in that case, there should arise Mahakusala Jeta, right? Mahakusala Jeta, very good. Mahakusala Jeta will arise there. Because Vipassana. So, in the case of, in an ordinary case, if someone, so for example, we are talking to each other, maybe uh, you are interpret, you are saying the word. For example, you read the question, Sayadaw, what is Yathawa? How it became a truthfulness? So maybe I may interpret. I sometimes I listen to your word as it is, but sometimes why I'm listening to you, I interpret. Oh, this person is maybe his question. He want to attack me with this question. Okay. In that case, what we do is what? Interpretation. Interpretation not as it is, but as we think, we interpret. So, so we may think as he is trying to attack my statements. Okay, so there is a wrong view is there. I because of my view, I think my view is right, correct. So someone is trying to attack, so I have to defend. So that way, that's the way we interpret it in a what? In a uh, uh, as we think. Okay. So in that case, they arise what? Not a what? Yathawa as not the truthfulness. Because of what we interpret is not truthful to your word. Okay. And so that meaning, in that case, where whatever akusala jeta may rise because of our false interpretation, okay, false interpretation to the words or to the scene, to the sound, and so on. Uh, that's a very. That's why. So, in order to arise a kusala jeta, ma kusala jeta, also we need to have a right interpretation. Okay, as it is, we have to interpret. If we see the Buddha as the Buddha, we have to we have to be able to interpret. Otherwise, there will be akusala jeta, mecha sankapa. There will be. So if we see someone who is evil, we have to accept as we have to be able to interpret as it is, not as we think. So there will be Mahakusala Jeta. Otherwise, what it will arise Akusala Jeta. Okay. So that way, in my understanding, so maybe you also think more. Okay.
Well, then,
Uh,
so someone may say that uh, because here it's yata, what means we have to see it as it is, it really is. Then if we, let's say we take an object and we take it as the panyati, and we know that panyati is not real. So someone may
mhm.
say that because of that, how can how can the citta is kusala? Because we taking the object as panyati and we see it as panyati, we don't see it as the paramatha dhamma. So
Mm.
does that mean that that object cannot be kusala? Because according to this definition, it has to see the thing that it really is.
What is how to say? You go beyond the conventional sense. Uh, ultimate sense. We are because in the daily life, in the every day life, we have to apply the conventional truthfulness. Okay, conventional truthfulness also there, and also ultimate truthfulness. We apply uh, how to say ultimate reality. So if we see someone, then Panyati, we interpret the Brahmata. So in the conventional case, then there can be also more problem, right? Because the we cannot survive in the conventional war. Uh, through the interpretation of what the ultimate sense. Okay, we have to. That's why the Buddha accepted ultimate sense, ultimate truth, as well as a conventional truth. So whatever conventionally truth are also the, this sense acceptable as a one of the meaning of a yathawa. Yeah. Only then where here we can have a kusala jeta, maybe in the ordinary level, normal level. Okay. Suppose, for example, kusala jeta happens not only when we have a what. Uh, not only we have ultimate sense, ultimate understanding, okay. For those who, even though they may not have a ultimate understanding of the ultimate reality, but they have a good mind, okay, very compassionate or positive attitude. They are also, they may have a makusala jeta. So maybe I think you can apply to reality, ultimate reality, as well as conventional reality, conventional truth.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then also, so um, is it fair to say that the word Sama only applies in the case of noble path?
Pardon?
Because
Pardon?
yeah, so here because the definition here is for the word Sama Sankappa. It's not
Yeah,
just normal Sankappa. So here we have the prefix Sama. So Sama
yeah.
only only appears in the noble path. So does that mean that we can only take this definition when we see the word vitaka as sama sankappa as in one of the factors in the noble path?
Mm.
That means in
That's
that
also that's also reasonable because here in this context, if we Pali context, Pali or here, if we analyze there, you can find three states, right? Vidaka, Sankappa. Okay, Teka, Vidaka, Sankappa. That's the one group. Another is Apana, Vyapana, Chitaso, Vinidopana. Okay, so that's also another group. Then the last state you can group up Sama Singapore also, right? So in that case, uh, there's a different kinds of how to say, maybe categorization. Maybe Taka, Vidaka, Sangapa, we can apply to the karma, sensual sphere, sensual objects. And then apana, vyapana, jita, so vinirabana, do the where, do the mahagata, okay. And then to the logo dara, we apply sama sangapa. That's way also, maybe I think a reasonable, but no place is explained like that.
okay, thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Uh, because uh, in the discourses, we have a Eightfold Noble Path, okay? But the Lokiya Noble Path are only five, okay? Lokiya Noble Path, five, Lokiya Noble Path. So, so in that, referring to that kind of discourses, so Sambhasangapa is not only applicable to the Lokottara level, okay? But it's also applicable to the mundane level.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Yeah.
Zero,
Ada?
zero.
Yes.
Zero, if we say yatha yatha is like see things as it is, or we see it as it truly is. This is in the sense of vipassana. So if we see in this way, so what's the difference between yoniso manasikara?
Hmm. So in yeah, that's why also that one also possible because somewhere is maybe when we are talking about the manasikara. then I think the word Yatawa we have found. Uh, we have found this kind of an Yatawa. Banyaloka, Banyaloka, are you there? Banyaloka is where?
Yes, Sayadaw.
Oh, not this one. Where is the Chinese nest? I forgot the name. Where?
Here, Sarah.
Do you remember? I think we, because I type it in here, somewhat, Yatawa or somewhere, maybe, and then you correct. Oh, Sayadaw, that's a Yatawa. Maybe some.
I think in maybe in the commentary somewhere. No, I cannot remember.
Maybe that is about the Manasikara. I will check it. So Yatawa maybe Yoniso Manasikara also possible. Maybe I would read it again. What is it, the what the exactly explain the body the word Yatawa. Okay, so
So, Sayadaw,
yeah,
so I think the word
Manasik, mm, yeah. Okay, keep on.
it doesn't specifically point to Samasankapo. Yatawa here, it could be anywhere, which is applicable. Is it correct?
Yatawa is anywhere. I don't get your meaning.
It could be what I mean. Anywhere means like when it is applicable. It doesn't
Mm,
have to be specifically tied to the word Samasankapo. It could
uh,
be applied to Marasikara, right?
mm,
It could apply to Samadhi. I
yeah.
mean, for example, yeah, it doesn't mean that this word tied
Mm,
specifically
yeah.
Masan. Yeah.
Manasikara or whatever. But what is the word veracity? I didn't check in the dictionary.
I
Okay.
think so, does that mean that in this case, the word yatawa only here because the commentator is trying to explain the word kusala bhava pato,
Sure.
right? Because here so sankappa is explained as sankappa, and then sama is
Sure.
explained as the pasattha. And
We,
he goes further, saying that pasattha means kusala bhava pato, and how
sure.
because of those two reasons.
Mm, that's right.
Yeah.
That's the way community. Sangapa does not change anything. Sangapa as it is. But for the word Sama, how it became a Sama, it goes because it's praiseworthy. Why it is praiseworthy? Because it reached to the state of wholesomeness. Okay, to become a wholesome, what do we need? There are two qualities. One is it should be Yatawa. Another is what? Niyanika, leading to the liberation. So that way. So whether the thought uh, we can replace with the thought or maybe another the effort, um, samasati, mindfulness or samasamadhi, ekagata, and so we can replace it there with the following part of the word. So here, I think maybe the meaning is clear. Yatha Sama Sangapa in the sense of the Sama Sangapa. Sangapa is a thinking, thought, initial thought. But to become a Sama is we have a comedy that is played like this in a very unanimous manner. Maybe you will find the same thing in the following paragraphs also. Whenever the word Sama joined with the Eightfold Noble Path. So commended maybe from time to time. trying to repeat in one way or another. So I think this one is okay about the Videka. So maybe Vijara. Let's go to Vijara a little bit. I plan to finish a five, but even one is a good discussion. The Vijaro, Kadama, the Bali word in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī Bali, Kadamo does mean some Vijaro Hodi. Your does mean some Jaro, Vijaro, Nu Vijaro, Uba Vijaro. Okay? Jaro, Vijaro, Nu Vijaro, Uba Vijaro. The word Jaro is a natural word, Sabhawa Vada. Vijaro, Anu Vijaro, Upa Vijaro, these are what reinforce, okay, increase by the by playing different, by playing with the different prefixes. Okay, Anu prefix, we prefix, Anu prefix, Anu we prefix, and also Anu Upa plus we prefix. So that's why commentator explained that Upasaka Vasena Vabadani Vadidani. The words are increased or developed by means of the prefixes. Okay? Whenever this word is added, it means what? There is no extra meaning by adding Upasara. Okay? Vijara, Anuvijara, Upavijara, like that. So, but here, one thing that at the same time we have to remember is that the word va is given there. Upasaka vasena va. It means that not only this. Uh, so when we study upasaka, they have maybe you have a three, and then I told you before. Tadotha nuvadaka upasara. Just follow the root. You know? Does not destroy the root meaning or does not modify the root meaning, just follow the root meaning. So that they call Datuta, Datu Ata Nuvadaka. Okay? A kind of a prefix that follow the root meaning. So here, if we follow this interpretation, Upasaka Vasina Vavadani Vadidani, it means that all the prefixes in the word vijara we, okay, anu and the anu vijara, anu in we and the anu vijara, anu in uba and we and the uba vijara. These prefixes are just dadota nuvadaka, okay, just want to say they have no special meaning, but they just follow the meaning of the root jara. So, but with the word va, what we can understand more is that not only dadota nuvataka, okay, they can modify dadota visesaka, okay, dadu ata visesaka. Visesaka means modifying the meaning of the root. So in this case, you can understand that with the explanation, vicharana was saying vicharo. Okay, and then not a simple charana. Charana means roaming, or going around charana. So vicharana means repeatedly roaming. Okay, repeatedly going around. Okay, and then anuvichara means anugandava vicharana, following. Maybe someone goes around, you follow, and then you follow him or her, and then keep on going around. So that is Anugandawa Vijana. It try to modify the root meaning, intensify the root meaning. Upagandawa Vijana. Upagandawa means you approach to somewhere or someone and then goes around an object. So approach to an object, having approach, and then having going to near, very close to the object, and then goes around and then trying to observe from this part or that part or from every direction. So that is called Upavijarana. In that case, we can understand that these prefixes are what? Tadota Visesaka. Okay? intensifier of a root meaning. But the another what with another upasaka wasina va badani uridani. If we apply this this rule upadesa, then we can understand that it is these prefixes are not there, but simply just uh, prefixes, no meaning, no special meaning at all. Then another one is Aramani Chitam Saranviya Jiyaya Anusandedwa Tapanado Chedasa Anusandanada. So Anusandanada is the word. So the if we apply the meaning, the rule, the law, we can simply say Anusandana and Anusandahedwa are very similar. Okay, so you try to know the similarity and then try to note the difference. Anudandana. So similar words is Anusandahedwa. Then you can simply recognize or know Anusandahedi, Anusandahedwa. Okay, it follows Tabanado, Chetasa. So, and also with the simile, it continue to explain. Aramane Cheta Anusandahedwa, Tabanado, Chetasa, Anusandanada. Okay, so like a what? Like a arrow that attached to a to a bowstring, okay, to a bowstring. So also the Vijara uh, keep on keep trying to keep the mind connected with the object. Okay, trying to keep the mind connected with the object. Okay, that is for Anusandanada. Put the mind on the object or keep connected with the object. So that is called Anusandanada. That the difference between Vidaga and Vichara, there you can find that in the Vidaga, the word Cheda so Vinirobana. Okay, Cheda so Vinirobana. Put the mind on the object. Okay, that is Vidaga. But for the Vichara, what the Buddha said is Chetasa Anusandanada. Okay, Chetasa Anusandanada. His keeping connected the mind with the object. So that is Cheta Vichara. The difference between Vidaka and Vichara you can recognize with these two words. Chetasa Vinirobana and then Chetasa Anusandanada. And then the last one is Anubekhanada, Aramana, Anubekha Mano, Viya Dedadi. Okay? Anubekhana. Anubekhana. Anubekha Mano, Viya. Okay, Anubekhana is interpreted with the word Anubekha Mano. Okay? Anubekha Mano, Viya. So with the mana prefix, mana suffix with the commentator trying to explain. So Anubekha means what? All the time looking at the object, okay? Like looking at the object. With the Vijara, we try to look at the object, pay attention to on the object. So also another explanation is that Vicharana Vasena, Ubekhanada, Anubekhanada. Okay? Vicharana Vasena. So Ubekhana means just not looking at by sitting. So okay, you just by sitting and then look at someone, that is Ubekhana. Yeah, Vicharana Vasena, going around and then look or survey the object. That is called Anubekhanata. So this is something about the Vidaka and Vichara. Sorry, I want to finish it up to the five feathers. It's okay, but we can explore more about the Vidaka and Vichara, and also I think you get some of the method how to study the commentary Okay, try to understand, try to keep in mind the rule, know the difference, and then know the similarity, and then know the differences, and then you can understand commentary explanations in a very easy manner. Thank you so much for your listening.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
attention.
you, Sarah.
Yes,
Thank you,
Adu.
Sayadaw.
Buddha Sasana. Buddha Sasanang Jiran Daitatu. Buddha Sasanang Jiran Daitatu. Buddha Sasanang Jiran Daitatu. Sadhu, sadhu.